Yo, what's going on, guys? GZTV back with another video, and I know I look like shit. I literally just woke up like 20 minutes ago. Oh my god, my eyes are burning. But I watched the Tinder Swindler last night, and it's time to give you guys my thoughts on it. I thought it was a pretty interesting situation. It's a documentary. This is one of the first documentaries I've talked about on this channel. Is this? My bad, yo. If I just like ear raped you guys, I apologize. But okay. I was making sure this is the mic because I saw it move, but having technical difficulties. But this is one of the most buzzing, if that's even a word. It's one of the most buzzing. I need to turn my alarm off, guys. I'm so sorry right now. This is one of the most buzzing documentaries in recent history. Obviously Kanye's documentary came out. We already reviewed that for the first act. I can't wait for the second act for that, by the way. But we're just going to talk about the plot and background, and I'm just going to give you guys my thoughts on the situation, how they documented it, yada yada yada. So, an Israeli man born Shimon Hayat traveled around Europe, presenting himself as the son of Russian-Israeli diamond mogul Lev Lviv. He used the dating app Tinder to contact women as Simon Lviv and tricked them into lending him money that he never repaid. He would charm women with lavish gifts and take them to dinners on private jets using money he borrowed from other women he previously conned. He would later pretend he was being targeted by his enemies, often sending the same messages and images to each woman, indicating that he had just been attacked with a knife, but that his bodyguard had saved him and was hurt. He then asked his victims to help him financially due to the breach of security, allegedly hindering his use of his credit cards and bank accounts. The women would often take out bank loans and new credit cards in order to help. He would then use the money gained through the deception to lure new victims, which while essentially operating a Ponzi scheme. Later, he would pretend to repay his victims by sending forged documents showing fake bank transfers and then break off contact with the victims. He's an evil dude to an extent, but I don't know. I guess you shouldn't be falling for this. I don't want to blame the victim. The obvious victims are the women on Tinder, but I don't know. You don't take $25,000 out of loan to pay to a guy who you've only known for less than a year. If you've known him for more than honestly, if you've known him less than 3 years, you should 2 years. Once you've known him for like a year and a half, I think you can. I think you can do stuff like this. But you've only known him for 8 months at most. That was like the max before he started asking women for money. By the way, 8 months. You're in a relationship with this guy for 8 months, and you're giving him $25,000 at a time, and then it gets up to $40,000, and it keeps going and going and going until you're $150,000 in credit card debt, or in debt in general. I mean, people are still paying off the debts. He's a free man. You can't really label him as a fraudulent guy. I mean, yeah, he's faking a online persona, but that's normal. That's normal Tinder lore. That happens all the time. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's different sides to the situation. I mean, I guess we'll look at critical responses for the film. I mean, I thought it was pretty decently documented. I think these women are kind of gullible, considering one of them, after they caught the Tinder swindler, is still on Tinder to this day and probably getting baited by more alpha males. You get what I did there? They're not beta males, they're alpha males. But I'm not trying to be misogynistic or something, because that's what a lot of the haters on this documentary and the haters towards the victims are. Most of them are misogynistic. I mean, I definitely feel for them. You know, you lost, you're in debt like crazy, and it's not like these women had high status in society. They were pretty much everyday people. You know, college professors. You know, owning small businesses, stuff like that. And this guy is a self-proclaimed billionaire, which I think he's still making money to this day, not off of the women on Tinder, but he's actually invested some money into Bitcoin, and I'm sure he's probably making money off this film. They're using his identity. Technically not, though. I mean, technically not. I don't even know if he has an identity. I don't know what name he goes on. I mean, his life is documented through this film. Should you watch it? I don't know. It was kind of boring throughout. I'm not a big documentary guy. If it's something I really care about, obviously I'm going to be invested, but I don't know. it just seems like another news story, another Tinder story. I've heard plenty of them on like YouTube and stuff before. Again, I feel for the victims. I just don't know. I don't think this guy should be arrested for anything. He did get arrested for 2 months, which I think is enough. I mean, he didn't. It wasn't fraud. Maybe it was identity fraud. I don't know. It could be a criminal defense. I might just be looking over that. I don't know. I don't really know how. I don't know the full laws in a situation like this. It could be like identity fraud, but that's, I think the only crime I know of is identity theft, like stealing someone's identity, and he didn't do that because I don't think the billionaire that he was a son of actually had a son. So the fact that he was pretending to be a son wasn't taking the identity of any of his family members, which is kind of smart. He probably researched that. Uh, but I don't know. Should this guy be labeled as evil because that's what's been going around in the media? He's talked about it himself in interviews, saying he's not evil. I mean, I think he's just a normal guy. It's just he's good at finessing people. I mean, don't fall for the trap. I mean, obviously, looking, researching what he does as a job is not going to help you much because he probably researched a job to claim himself. So you can't really trust someone when you find out, oh my god, that's actually a real company. Like, no, you can't do that. Like, I could say I work for Jeff Bezos, and or let's see here. Let me think. I'm a higher up in Amazon or something. You can't like believe me just because I said it. That's an existing company, but you can't believe me because I said that. I'm a college student. I mean, obviously, my argument would probably be destroyed, or my identity would be destroyed if I tried to tell someone that. But yeah, two sides of the story. Obviously, the guy has intents to steal money. Obviously, those are his intentions. Once they figure out about him, obviously his angry side breaks out. He's evil in that aspect. Once people catch him, he denies the truth and stuff. That's evil. But like, just like the pure idea of getting people to take loans out for him. I mean, I don't know. You're in a relationship. I mean, if the girl feels comfortable to lend you money, then whatever. You don't really have to repay her that. I mean, unless you promise to. I don't know if you promised her. It's a loan. I mean, it's a girl loaning you money. She loaned him the money. It's not like he stole money from her. It's not like he forced her to. They were just in. They were in a shallow relationship, and this girl decided to slip up and give him money. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It seems kind of silly. These girls were like, "Oh, I'm so hurt by all these messages I've received calling me gullible and stuff." Well, there's some truth in that. I mean, if you want to keep lending money and money and money out for people, that's your choice. I mean, that's your choice. I don't know. Like, if you don't get the money in return, shouldn't you stop doing it? I think that's the logical decision. It's an interesting situation for sure, and I'm happy they documented it. It's kind of boring. It's nearly an hour long. I feel like it's kind of fluffed up a little bit, but I guess I had to get every last detail, which they did a good job at. I will say that. I can't believe I've been talking for 9 minutes. These are just my thoughts. It's a pretty viral movie. I mean, just watch it. Netflix has a decent amount of originals that are coming out this year. I will be watching the remake of the Texas Chainsaw, which is on Netflix. That's amazing that Netflix is doing that film. I'm probably going to watch that sometime today and give you guys a review later tonight, because why not? I mean, that'll be amazing. Yeah, this is the Tinder Swindler, kind of my thoughts on the situation, the documentary, how they went about it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. The only other video I'm going to have is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie review. Just because, like, I don't feel like listening to music. I'm preparing for Kanye to drop and Lil Durk. Lil Durk's going to be dropping. That'll be great. It's going to be a great time next week for music. You guys don't want to miss it. So click the notification bell. We cover all major music releases, and obviously we do movie reviews